was a match featuring Cristiano Ronaldo, Lamine Yamal, Bruno Fernandes, and Nico Williams, end with just one goal in the 91st minute. And if you had asked anyone before Spain versus Portugal who was more likely to advance, chances are no one could have given you a confident answer. After all, this was the Iberian Derby, a clash between two nations that know each other almost better than they know themselves, a match full of stars, experience, and history. But games like this have never been decided by names alone. They're decided by the smallest details. Perhaps the most beautiful story of the match wasn't the final score. It was the battle between two completely different generations. On one side stood Cristiano Ronaldo, one of the greatest players in football history, likely playing in the final World Cup of his career. On the other side was Lamine Yamal, a teenager just beginning to write the opening chapters of his football journey. Nearly a quarter of a century separates them in age. It was as if the match itself was symbolizing the passing of the torch from a legendary generation to a new one preparing to take over the game. From the very first minute, it was clear that Spain approached the match in their usual style: possession, short passes, relentless pressing, and endless patience. Portugal, on the other hand, were far more cautious, perhaps even too cautious. A team with Cristiano Ronaldo, Bruno Fernandes, Bernardo Silva, and so much attacking quality finished the match with just 10 shots, only 3 of them on target. Those are surprisingly low numbers for a squad packed with so much talent. It almost felt as though Portugal were more afraid of losing than determined to win. The post-match statistics painted an even clearer picture. Spain finished with 56% possession compared to Portugal's 44%. They completed 522 passes with an outstanding 91% accuracy, while Portugal managed 434 passes at 85% accuracy. Spain attempted 15 shots compared to Portugal's 10 and put 6 on target versus just 3 for their opponents. Even the corner count favored Spain, 7-3. Almost every major statistic leaned in Spain's favor. But what made Spain so impressive was that they weren't keeping possession just for the sake of it. They used the ball to suffocate Portugal. Completing 522 passes meant Portugal spent long stretches chasing shadows, and with every passing minute, that chase drained a little more energy and concentration. That's one of the trademarks of Spain's greatest teams throughout history. They don't just keep the ball, they wear you down mentally while you try to take it away. Despite Spain's control, the first half remained extremely cautious. Both teams knew that a single mistake could end the dream. Even so, there were a few key moments. Cristiano Ronaldo produced Portugal's first real chance, but Unai Simon was equal to it. Shortly afterward, Mikel Oyarzabal wasted a golden opportunity for Spain. Then came Portugal's most dangerous moment of the half, as Nuno Mendes unleashed a powerful strike that crashed against the crossbar. By then, everyone in the stadium could feel that this match might be decided by just one single moment. As the match went on, Spain began to impose their style more and more. They enjoyed longer spells of possession, created more attacking movement, and pressed higher up the pitch. But there was one problem. They lacked the finishing touch. Almost everything was working perfectly, except turning their dominance into goals. Meanwhile, Portugal kept waiting for a moment of magic from Cristiano Ronaldo. That became one of the biggest storylines of the match. Ronaldo stepped onto the pitch, knowing this was most likely the final World Cup of his career. A player who had won almost everything: Champions League titles, the UEFA European Championship, and countless individual records, but the World Cup had always remained the missing piece of the puzzle. As the second half began, the tension continued to rise. Every passing minute brought the game closer to extra time, and the players could feel it. That's why we saw more conservative decisions, stronger challenges, fewer open spaces, and both teams thinking twice before taking any risks. The truth is, Portugal found themselves facing a major problem. They defended well, but they simply didn't attack enough. Every time they reached the final third, the move ended almost immediately, and whenever Ronaldo tried to make a run, he found himself surrounded by multiple defenders. That was a crucial factor. Portugal left Ronaldo isolated for long stretches of the match. Spain, on the other hand, grew more convinced with every minute that they were the team most likely to score. They created more chances, took more shots, and spent far more time in dangerous areas. But every time they came close, they ran into Diogo Costa. And in truth, Portugal's goalkeeper deserves enormous credit. The score remained 0-0 for so long, largely because of him. Every time Spain threatened, he was there. Every time the Spanish fans were ready to celebrate, he spoiled the moment. For much of the match, it felt as though he alone could carry Portugal into extra time. As full time drew to a close, the fans gradually accepted that this game seemed destined for 120 minutes. Everything pointed in that direction. Spain kept pushing, Portugal kept holding on, and the clock kept ticking. Then came one of the most important decisions of the match. The 85th minute, Luis de la Fuente made a substitution. One player came off. Mikel Merino came on. At that moment, almost no one imagined that he would become the hero of the night. But anyone who has followed Merino over the past few years knows this wasn't the first time. The Spanish midfielder has built a reputation for delivering in the biggest moments. He doesn't have to start the match. He doesn't have to be the biggest star. He just knows how to appear when his team needs a hero. The minutes ticked away. The 90th minute. Everyone was waiting for the final whistle. Everyone was thinking about extra time. Then came the moment. The 91st minute. A quick Spanish attack. Ferran Torres lifts his head. He plays the pass. Marino makes the run. One touch. And the ball is in the back of the net. Spain 1-0 Portugal. In a single second, the entire match changed. Spain went from preparing for another 30 minutes of football to booking their place in the quarter-finals. Portugal went from seeing extra time on the horizon to standing just moments away from elimination. And that's the true cruelty of football. Portugal had been so close to surviving. They defended for almost 90 minutes. They closed every space. They withstood relentless pressure. But they lost concentration for just one moment. And in the World Cup, sometimes one single moment is enough to erase 4 years of hard work. After the goal, Portugal threw everything forward. Bruno Fernandes pushed higher. Bernardo Silva joined the attack. Cristiano Ronaldo was searching for space all over the pitch, but there simply wasn't enough time. One final chance came from Bernardo Silva, whose header drifted over the crossbar. And with it, Portugal's World Cup dream began to disappear. Then came the final whistle. Spain were through to the quarter-finals. Portugal were out of the World Cup. But perhaps the image that will be remembered longer than the goal itself was Cristiano Ronaldo's face after the match. Because we had most likely just witnessed his final World Cup appearance. A player who began his World Cup journey in 2006. A player who faced entire generations, shattered countless records, and scored across multiple editions of the tournament. Yet he never managed to lift the one trophy he had dreamed of his entire life. That's why the moment was so emotional. Not simply because Portugal had lost, but because we were watching the end of an entire chapter in football history. The closing of a journey that lasted nearly 20 years on the biggest stage in the sport. As for Spain, they fully deserved to go through. They had more possession, more passes, more chances, more pressure. And most importantly, they never stopped believing the goal would come, right until the very last second. When the opportunity finally arrived, they seized it. In the end, people will remember that Mikel Merino scored the winning goal in the 91st minute. But those who watched the match know it was much more than a simple finish. It was the reward for 90 minutes of patience, control, and determination. At the World Cup, sometimes history is written in a single moment. And Merino wrote his while the curtain fell on one of the greatest journeys the game has ever seen.